everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shayla. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I am doing a little mask make. I'm very excited. This is just kind of a very simple idea, so I thought we could just craft along together. You definitely don't have to make what I'm making. I will say it's very easy. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so today we are making, and I'm going to bring you guys down here since we are crafting. You want to see what I'm doing. So this one I messed up on, but this is basically the general concept. So this is just a little piece that you can put on a journal page. If you want, you could glue just the sides down and tuck something in here. That's also an option. So it can be functional. It can just be pretty. This is just a piece of fabric. However, if you didn't glue the top down, you could have just a little pocket here as well. So it just kind of depends on how far you want to take this. And we'll be doing them a few different ways. I have a few different ideas. This was, of course, my example one. I tried to use a transfer, which ideally works, but with the text, it was just a little too much. So I tried to draw that kind of like a general like scribbly outline, but of course then my pen wasn't dry and I smudged it. So this is just my example one, but you know, it's okay to mess up. This is totally fine. It's fine. So you will need for this just the basic kind of things. Some book page. This is just a random book. I did like this one though because it is in French. So I thought that would be kind of fun, just to add some interest. And I did choose ones that are a little more text heavy. Since this is going to be like an accent piece, I'm using this as my example signature page. So if you had a journal, this would just be like a page inside of a journal. And then you could maybe put something here and, you know, leave this to write on or decorate this, whatever. So let's jump into it. So first thing, book page. I'll be using some glue. Today I'm actually using this Tombow glue. I've had it forever. And I'm really low on my, I use this, let me see if I can reach it. This Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. I've only found this on Amazon. However, I'm really lower than that. That's deceptive. And I don't quite want to buy any more right now. This is a little expensive and I already had this, and this one's actually really great. I love the Tombow liquid glue for paper crafting. However, it only comes in this tiny little bottle and this gets used up really easily if this is like your main glue. So that's why I don't tend to use this one, but I've had this one left over. So we're going to use what we have because, you know, it's all about saving money. So I have some book page. You have your glue of choice. Some other things I have, since ideally I do want to keep this as fabric right here. I just grabbed a few different fabrics. I have this one, which is very cute and fun. And then I have this one, which I've kind of been hoarding. This was a scrap of Tim Holtz fabric that I had just randomly found a while back. So, you know, I'm just going to use it. I'm going to use it because if I don't use it and, you know, where does it go? Where does it go if I don't use it? So I'm trying to like be better about using my craft supplies and not just collecting them. Does anyone else have that problem? Or is it just me? So these are actually really great to save, and I will save because you can kind of mush them up like this. And maybe we'll do that for one of them. We'll put a bird's nest. So that's a bird's nest. It's just little strings, but we'll do that for one of them just so I can show you. I'll keep it in my eye view so I remember. Okay, and besides the fabric, you will need some sort of flower, something. So ideally a flower would come out of this. So I picked out a few stamps that I just had, which is great because I never use my stamps. As you can tell, I usually buy them secondhand. you know, I don't really buy them new or anything like that. But I picked out this cute one. I also have this one, which I know I've used. Yeah, I've used that one. And then this one. Oh, and there's a little pet hair. So I have those 3. And then just in case you don't have like fabric, you know, like you're like, oh, I don't have any cute fabric. That's okay. If you have ribbon, you can definitely use ribbon. This is like a fabric ribbon, but really any ribbon works. If you have the wired ribbon, that's okay. Just cut it and then just cut down the sides, and then you don't have the wire. So that's just a quick way to just get your ribbon unwired. And then I picked out this fun one. Who knows if we'll use it. I have 10 right here I want to make on camera. But besides that, for the base part, because like think of this as a weird boxy vase, right? And we're going to put a flower in it. That's the goal. So I do have some flowers. I picked out some of these stickers I've had. Ideally, I would like to have some that have a stem because it looks just kind of strange, but you could always draw a stem. So don't let that hinder you at all. So I do have some of those that we might play with. I also have those transfers, which this was from a 49 in Market collection. Again, I like these, but I don't know how well they're going to show up. So we might not use these again. I also have these K & Company. These are kind of big, but maybe we could use like one of these or something for one of them. And then you can also use die cuts. So I have a lot of different like die cuts. You can buy these pretty much anywhere. Most craft stores will have some sort of little assortment of die cuts. I know if you go to Hobby Lobby, they have like the Paper Studio, that's their brand. This even could be one of those. But you know, you can put it in there and then you have just a cute little thing, right? So die cuts are always an option as well. Tim Holtz has die cuts as well. So that's an option. And then, you know, also too, you can use things like fun little decorative book page images. There's a lot of vintage like botany type books and gardening books. You could definitely find really cool vintage pictures in there, or just modern pictures. It really doesn't matter. Make it as whimsical or crazy as you want. The goal is to have fun. And it's okay if it's not perfect. I will let you know, a lot of my things are not perfect. So, besides that, some extra little things that you can have. As you can see here, I just finished it off with a sticker. I have some little fun insect bug stickers in here. Again, you can use more die cuts. You could put a cool little label right here. And then also too, you could do, prior to putting whatever you're putting on, you can kind of color your background with different distress inks or sprays maybe, to make it a little more mixed media. And then if you can't find any flower images or anything, feel free to draw them. It is that if you don't know how, there are so many tutorials on how to draw different fun scribbly flowers, and I'm sure in no time you will be a pro. So let's get started. So first things first, I'm doing this in the mass make way. So I'm actually going to go ahead and tear all of my pages first. Ideally, I just kind of want the text to show. I'm okay with this, a little bit of this though. That's totally fine. And I do want this like torn edge. I feel like it kind of gives you just a little something, a little extra something. So there we go. First one done. I will say I kind of cheated. I did the sides already. But it's okay. We have 10. We said we're going to make 10. So, and honestly, if you're making one of these, this could definitely be a fun little 5-minute craft. You know what I mean? Just make, you could make one, you could turn this into a whole, like, I don't know, assembly line type thing and make a ton of them. Totally up to you. Maybe you just need one. Maybe you don't need 10. I mean, I don't need 10, but it's not, you know, if you're gonna sit down and make something, you can make a couple. And look at that. I love this little edge right here. I almost don't want to rip it, but I kind of just, I feel like it's not, the focus is the piece in the middle. So another fun idea you could definitely do is after you put your little sticker down, you know, or whatever it might be. So I kind of tore that one a lot. That's okay. You could take a watercolor pencil and just draw with the watercolor pencil like an outline, and then take like a Q-tip, you know, your finger, whatever, and some water, and then just kind of, you know, retrace your drawing lines, and that'll make it smudge a little bit and look kind of like a watercolor. So that's an option too. Okay. So I'm just going to tear these. I'm not really thinking about it. I don't know if there's a good way or a right way to tear something. I'm just having fun. Could be some good like ASMR. Just tear these. Okay. I think another good background you could do would be sheet music. So if you have sheet music and not text paper, that's also fine. That would probably work well in a lot of journals, honestly. So feel free to use that. The goal is just to use what you have, which sometimes I forget. I'd say a lot of times I forget. If I see a project somewhere, I'm like, I really need exactly what they have to make it look good. But that's not always the case. I think that's part of being creative, right? Is, you know, figuring out your own way to do it. So, oh. Okay. I'm here currently in Austin. Obviously, that's where I live. And it has been rainy, rainy, rainy. And I know we've had some flooding and stuff, and my heart definitely goes out to the people who have been affected by that. It's awful, but it's very interesting that we're having so much rain right now. I just feel like it's not the norm. But I also don't really like the heat. So I don't know. I guess like it's not the worst thing for me. Although the rain does make me sleepy, I will say. Makes me sleepy, makes me not want to go to work. Okay, so this is the last one. All right. And so you will find whenever you are mask making, there will be, you know, it will feel slightly repetitive, and that's okay. So this one came out a little short, but that's fine. So now we have these, and really we can do all sorts of things with these. So I think the first thing I want to do is I inked the edges of this so it kind of pops on the paper. And I'm going to do that for all of these because I do know I want that at least for all of them. So I'm going to take my Distress ink. This is Walnut Stain. And we'll zoom you in just a little bit more so you can actually see what I'm doing. All right. It's so nice. I will say I have not been super crafty the last couple months. And I'm sure my YouTube kind of shows that because it's just been like haul videos and nothing really crafty. I'll put those there. But it's actually been nice. I don't know. Maybe I'm back at it, but I've had the itch to craft So I made something I make, and let me know in the comments if y'all would be interested in seeing it. I don't know how good I would be at teaching it, but I could show you at least. Is I like to make junk jewelry, and I've made a few like junk necklaces for a few friends, and so I made those recently. And basically it's just like I'll take a chain, and I have all these different like weird funky charms, and I just literally put the charms on the chain, and it looks, you know, it's a little kooky. It looks like very maximalist, but it's fun and it's super easy. It's not hard at all. I mean, I say that, but I would like to at one point maybe get like a Dremel, so that way I could drill through like game pieces and stuff to use those for charms. But I definitely looked at the Dremel prices, and those are not cheap. And then it's like, you know, ideally you want to have the Dremel holder for like your desk. I don't know. It just seemed like a whole process, and I don't think I'm there yet. So, but yeah, I've been doing that. I've been making a little bit of, you know, random ephemera type art pieces. I learned how to make some envelopes, and like some fun little envelopes with little dinglies, which that might be a future video, because those are fun to make. They're easy. They don't really require any measuring, which is the best kind. So we might do that in the future. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of crafting, which is awesome. I think, you know, with summer, the heat kind of keeps me inside. I'm just naturally like that, but all right. These are looking pretty good. So the next thing that we can do, just depending on, and we'll do a few different ones. So I think maybe the next thing we'll do is we'll actually prep our fabric, so that way I can determine if I want to distress some of these pages before putting, you know, the fabric and stuff on, and if so, like what colors am I using, and then just go from there. Okay. I will say, so everyone in the household is doing well. My dog recently had his annual exam, which, you know, he is getting to be a little bit older, but he's actually very healthy. So he's a healthy boy. And my cat's still my cat. She's doing great. They're both actually sleeping in my room right now while I'm talking to myself. My dog's snoring, actually. So yeah, everybody's doing good. Hubs is doing good. I will say I have kind of fallen off of the workout wagon, and I need to get back on. I'm like that Life Alert commercial. I've fallen and I can't get up. I've fallen into not working out. But I will get back to it. I hope. I hope I will. I think I will. Okay, we're done with that for now. So I'm going to set that off to the side. Okay, so now we have these, and we have to prep them. So let me just pull this down a little bit so you can see better. Okay, so I already have this fabric, so let's just go ahead and use it. So see, it's good. I feel like maybe I could cut it a little more so it's not so high. And I'm just using these scissors. These scissors are honestly on their way out. I don't know what I did to them, but they don't work very well anymore. If anyone can troubleshoot how to fix these Fisker scissors, that would be awesome. I don't know what I did. I can just tell you they don't cut very well. Okay, so we have that one. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this. And then we're going to do the next one. So I think we'll do a couple that are like this. And I'm going to cut... See, they just don't cut very well anymore. I don't know what I did. And I know you're not supposed to use paper scissors with fabric, but I plan on just, you know, retiring these scissors soon, so it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. And see, this one has what is this called? They are zigzag stitch, but I forget what these scissors are called. Pinking shears. There we go. So this has a pinking edge. I'm going to try. I will be honest with y'all. I'm not very good at ripping fabric. I see all these YouTube people and they just rip fabric like they're the Hulk. And I'm not that person. Like, I don't know what's happening. Let's try the other end. Maybe the other end will be nicer to us. All I have to say is I see those YouTubers rip and I'm like, man, they have the strength of like a million crafters. Ah, there we go. Okay. Maybe I have the strength of a million crafters. So this one will be like a skinny one, which I think would actually be kind of fun. So I'm okay with that. Okay, so I just have to really cut it, I think. Okay. There we go. So we have that one. So we'll do 3, since I have 3 little fabric snippets of this. And we're saving these. Remember, we're going to make a bird's nest. I haven't forgotten. Sometimes I do that on videos. I'll be like, I have all these plans, and then I just forget them all. Okay, so we have that one. Next, we're going to transition to another fabric. Just, you know, to make things interesting and fun. And I'm just going to put this off to the side. Oh, and then we have all of these. So keep these. I didn't say that. But you can stamp little words on these pieces. These are great for like master boards for collage. So keep those. I just have them off to the side. But if you've been junk journaling for any increment of time, you should know to keep your scraps. I don't have to tell you that. Okay, so this one has a funky little cut because it was just a scrap fabric. So I'll just kind of make my own. Okay, so that cut well. Ooh. Look at me. Look at how strong I am. All right. And I like the frayed edge, so ideally I want the frayed edge on every side, if that makes sense. That seems like good. Okay, there we go. And how about we'll do, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're gonna do, I have ideas. We're gonna do 3 of these. So this one will be like a little small one. Okay, so there's another one. Oh, sorry. There's another one. And we're just making the bases and I'm just layering. So here's the next one. And we're gonna do 3 of these. See, I like how tall that is. So I'm gonna cut that kind of farther down. So we have that one. Look at how cute that is. Okay. And if the strings bother you, feel free to take them off. They don't really bother me, but I'm collecting them. So, okay. And then we have the next one. And this will be our last one for this fabric. I'm going to say, let's see, we could do like this one maybe. Okay. Here, look at all those. So many. This is when you know you have a problem, when you start saving the string that comes off your fabric. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Everything is a craft supply. Okay. We're moving on from the fabric. Oh, there's another one. To this cute little ribbon. Because why not? Why not double flowers? You could also use lace. Lace would look really good with this. This I'm actually going to have to cut. And I'm going to use these. We're going to give it a cute little edge. Okay. I'll just put that there. All right, now I'm just gonna kind of measure maybe like right there. Oh, so perfect. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 like that. And same thing. I guess I should measure like this. I'm gonna cut it right in the eye. Is that what they call sunflower? The middles of sunflowers, is it their eyes? If so, it's kind of freaky, you know? Okay. All right, there's that. And now we're going to take our blue. Granted, I don't know how the glue is going to hold up with these, but that's the fun part, is we get to figure it out together. This tape looks like it hasn't came off in a million years. So I'm just going to cut it actually. That so it just pops off, and then we'll trim this. Look, see, it trimmed that just fine. All right, so cut. Okay, there we go. And ooh, that one's gonna look really fun. And I feel like right about there was the sweet spot. I actually am, this upcoming week I'm off this Friday because it's my grandma's birthday. So we do something like just us girls in the family. We'll go have like lunch or something, you know, do a little girly get together. So, and lately my grandma's been really into thrifting, which not like she never was a thrifty person, but she just didn't go thrifting that often, but now she is, which is so fun because you know me. I love thrifting. So I don't know, maybe we'll do something fun. She doesn't know that yet, but I am gonna go see her, and I'm sure she'll watch this video, so she'll be like, oh my gosh, you're gonna come see me. But yes, if you're watching this, Grandma, I'm gonna come see you on your birthday. Okay, so now that I have these, I am going to go ahead and see if I want to like distress it or anything. You know, just kind of looking here at some options. Let me grab just a few things. All right, so we have a few more things on the desk. This project has evolved significantly. No, I'm kidding. I did just grab 2 distress oxides. I grabbed speckled egg and peeled paint, which I love peeled paint. I don't think I've used speckled egg too much. So, and then I have my daubers that are in here. So let me just grab my spare. I actually just keep my spare dauber, and then I have all of my like little pads that are labeled with each one. So that's a good way if you don't want to have like a ton of these laying around, you know. I will say for my like neutral colors, they have their own. So, but that's because I use them a lot. Okay, so before I glue these on, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to start with speckled egg. How about that? Okay. Yes, look, you can tell I haven't used it because speckled egg is just like a brand new pad. And each time I get a new color, I just go ahead and make one of these. And then I put, you know, a little pad in there. So let's pop that one on. Okay. And I kind of just want to like, we're just going to get it a little, there we go. I need to see the color. Okay, that looks pretty juicy. So I'm literally just going to go kind of around the edges. And let's see if you can see me do that. There we go. Hello. So I'm just going to kind of like that didn't turn out anything like I wanted it to. That's okay. Okay, so it doesn't look that great right now. However, I think if I put this down here and then I put something over it, it'll be fine. Like a sticker or whatever. It'll work out. It's good. It's good. So we're gonna do that for the same one. Maybe just not load up my dauber too much with ink. Okay. And we'll put that one there. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So that doesn't look terrible. All right, speckled egg, I'm done with you. You're cute, but I think you're a little too light for that. I'm gonna take that one off, and that's how easy it is. And then I just open this. And I like to put these down like this because ideally I should have just went like, and then it would have popped right on there, but that's okay. All right, so the next one, peeled paint. Look, so see, there you go. That's how you do it. Okay. Put those, and these are just like little beading containers if you're interested. I actually a lot of times find these secondhand at craft stores. So anytime I see these, I'll usually pick them up because I don't have quite enough for every color in the world, but okay, so this one, let's see, maybe we'll just like do, I don't want like a ton of this on here. Maybe we'll just kind of go around the edges, which is probably what I should have done, but you live and you learn. Also, if you're watching, then maybe you don't make these mistakes that I make, so I'm doing it for you. There we go. That one looks so cute. Okay, let's keep going. I have to say, peeled paint, the oxide, it's a lot different in the ink versus oxide. The oxide is absolutely wonderful. It's just like a gorgeous grungy green. Okay, so we're done with that one. And now we have this color, which I didn't account for, but that's okay. We could do, maybe we'll do a little Victoria, well, how about, you know what I really like is Kitsch Flamingo, which I am surprised I don't have up there. Okay, picked raspberry. Let's do it. It's a little pink, but I think it'll be okay. And let me get, where did this one go? Here we go. Peel that one off. All right, I know I picked raspberries somewhere. Here it is. Picked raspberry. There it is. And I did try, if you can't tell, try is the key word, to like put these all by similar colors. So like warm colors, these are all like pinks and reds. And then this is like, oop, this is greens. And there's also squeeze lemonade, which is yellow. Doesn't really go with it, but that's fine. And then this is supposed to be like all blues, which let me turn this around because that's going to bother me. No. Oh, okay, hold on. Voila. Back together. Okay. Where were we? So same thing. I'm just going to go around the edges because I liked how that looked. There we go. And let's see. Oh, so fun. Look at that. Okay. All right, so let's do that for the next 3. And this is nice too, because I actually don't, you know, like I said, I tend to collect craft supplies and not use them probably as much as I should, or I know not as much as I should. So this is nice because I'm breaking out some different colors. Look at that one. Super cute. And I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit. I just feel like you can't see me very well. Or maybe you can, I don't know. I'm always playing with the camera. Okay. And there's the last one of that. Okay. And then I think for this last one, I'm actually going to go back to peel paint, or maybe I'll just leave these plain. We'll leave these plain because we did a lot of inking. So here we go. We have our 2 little stacks here. I am going to just set this off to the side. I'll clean it up later. We can set these off to the side. Okay, so now we need to figure out what we want to do for the stamping or putting them together. So I think let's try, because I actually haven't done the stamping. So let's try. Before I glue this on, I'm actually going to stamp it so I can kind of see, like I feel like this one would be cool with that. So let's do that. And I'm going to use some black. This is black soot. Distress. This is actually an oxide, which oxides do, I feel like, take longer to dry. They're a little more pigmented, but okay, it looks like I got that one good. And so I'm just trying to see, I think I want it like really at the top here. Okay, not bad, not bad. So then we can put this right here. And you have this just cute little page. It's so cute. I think I actually want to cut this down just a smidge. These are just like final adjustments here. All right. There we go. Very cute. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. So I'll set this one off to the side. We have this one next. And let's try something a little bit thicker, like maybe this one. Okay, why not? Let's just go for it. I think maybe it might be better for me to like and don't come at me for not cleaning my stamps. Okay. All right. Oh, that wasn't great. Okay, yeah, it made a little distortion there. That's okay. But we can put this here and look at how cute that is. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna move that right here because we have a little pile going. And then we have one more. So we're gonna do this one now because I haven't used it. Same thing, just ink the crap out of it. It's the only thing about stamps that aren't cleaned. You can't tell if you inked everything, but that's okay. And put this one kind of at the top here, and then just smush it with all of your might. Take out all of your frustration and hope for a good one. That actually isn't too bad. But look at how cute it is. How adorable. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna say We might use those, but let's try something different. Okay. All right, so now we have these, and I'm thinking we can try maybe using some of these stickers. I have these like fun little, these are K & Company stickers. So let me open that up. You could also use printables. That's one I did not think about. That would definitely probably be a good option. Wow, they really didn't want you to get into this. It's like the resistance for the stickiness was insane. Oh, okay, that was just the backing. All right, here they are. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we can use, let's use this little one. And also, if you don't like the look of the sticker naturally, you can distress this, like the edges of it, to look a little more vintage if they have like a white background or something. I'm gonna see how well this sticks by itself. Maybe like right there. You can always use some extra glue to reinforce too. But look at how cute that is. It's just a fun little like mixed media because you're using textiles. All right, so this one is like a really tall, skinny one. And I wonder if we could just put, maybe we'll put 2 in here. We'll do this one, which is just like some leaves. All right, and then let's do this little one, which is some, what do you call these? They're like bellflowers. Bellflower tulips? Are these tulips? I don't know. Maybe if we go like, if we, we'll overlap a little. Okay, so we have this cute little one. Looks like they're almost, the flowers are gonna take a nap. All right, and then we have this one. So do I have another smallish one? I do have these other stickers. I could also try out these, but I was thinking maybe we'd use them for that. Here, let's see. This one is a little big, but it might work out. So we're just gonna peel it off. We're using it or we're losing it. Okay. All right, there we go. Perfect. That one actually turned out really cute. Okay. And then now we're going to move on to these, which are just some cutesy stickers. And I think the last 2 will do die cuts just to make it easy. These will be interesting because I'll have to draw a stem. But that's okay. Or wait, oh, there's some that have stems. Look at that. Perfect. Oh, that's gonna be cute. Okay. The only thing is getting these little backings off. There we go. Look at the iridescent, so pretty. All right, so I'm just gonna stick it down. And there we go. There's that one. Now another thing you could do is you could put, since this is kind of like a straight edge, you could put just a little bit of trim or lace to give it like a fun decorative edge. So that's just an option. All right, and then there was another one. What do we think? That one's cute. Let's go for it. I feel like also the goal of mask making is to just not think very hard. Just do it. And you know, you might have a few that you like less than others, but that's okay. Because sometimes the things that you don't like, other people really like. So, oh, all right. And put that one right there. Perfect. Okay, so we have that one. And then now we have our last two. And these I'm actually going to use die cuts for. So let's dig into our die cuts. And boy, do I have die cuts. This is actually a tin that I thrifted. It says small die cuts. It is a circus tin. Look at how cool that is. One of my favorite tins in my room. So let's open it. Oh. Okay. And we have, see, florals. Does not disappoint. Oh, look at that one. Let's see how that would look. Oh, so pretty. Okay, well, we have to do one that's blue. I'm just going to leave it like that. And we'll glue it in just a second. And then the other one, maybe we could do a contrast. I feel like blue and yellow look really good together. Doesn't that look great? Okay. Yeah, like that. See, and its little tendrils stick out. So cute. Okay. All right, perfect. So we have those two. That was quick. That was a quick one. We're going to put the lid on the tin. One last little look. So cute. If you're interested, this is a container by Guildcraft. Made in USA. Super cool. Tin goes away, so we have more space. All right, now we're gonna glue. So these, they do have white. I don't know if you can see that. Let me bring y'all back down here. They do have white. However, I'm just gonna leave it. I kind of like how it looks, so it doesn't bother me. All right, and we're gonna put just a little dab of glue. This one I'm a little, not concerned, but because it is like a silky type fabric, I'm just concerned it might bleed a little. So I'm not going to be super thick with the glue. Okay, there we go. And then now I'm going to tuck, I left this open intentionally. Oh no, okay, I'll have to reglue that. That didn't stick at all. All right, we'll just go for it. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. Glue that on. Now I'm going to tuck this in there. So I just want to kind of see. Okay, we'll just put some glue down. Make sure we get all the little cracks. And then we're going to go in, and I'm going to make sure I get these little tendrils out of there. And then we're going to smush it down. Perfect. It's like it was wrapped in a little blanket. And then from there you can seal this if you want. So I could put a little glue down in here. Not a bunch, but just a little bit. And then just kind of smoosh it down. Perfect. There we go. Nice and sealed. And then let's just repeat. We're gonna do the next one. So again, I'm just gonna do the three corner pocket type thing. If you ever made a pocket, this is how you do it. And then put that down. Okay, and then we're gonna stick this guy inside. That's good, right there. Perfect. Let me. All right, so there we go. We have the second one. Look at us mask making. I'm probably like the world's slowest mask maker though. So this one, because it's a sticker, I can just glue it down. Go. There's that one. I will say the Tombow glue has some stick to it. Because you get it on your fingers and they're just like, I don't know if you can see that. Just for reference. It is sticky. Okay. Alright, so this one. So the sticker seems pretty good. In the future, I might go back down. I might go back and glue it down. Just in case it decides it doesn't want to stick anymore. Oh. Okay, there's that one. Cute. Got a little glue string. Okay, well. It's just sticking. Sticking to everything. Okay. There's that one. The next one here. Oh, sorry, nothing to see here. I'm just gluing fabric, getting it on my hands. Okay. We got 3 more. So feel free to speed through this if you want to go to the next step. Doing my best, but okay, that one. This one, I kind of just want to be a little more. There we go. And then we have this one. All right, last one glued and on to the next step. All right, so let's move on. My desk is messy. It means we're having a good time. So now we just have to do little finishing touches. You could totally leave it like this. This is good. You have a lot of cute little things now that you could just add to a page. Just adds a fun, interesting element. But if you did want to keep on going, from here, you could add a few things. You could add some text here. You know, the Tim Holtz little word stickers would work well. You could add, let's see, just pulling, oh, okay, maybe not that one. I just pulled out a stamp and it was just like, I don't know, it wasn't great. You could add a cute little stamp. This is a faux stamp, so this one's just like a little die cut, but we'll pretend it's a real stamp. But we could add a cute little stamp, maybe like in the corner there. Let's see. Okay, so maybe we'll just add a little fun stamp to this one. Where's that glue? Okay. Take that. I'm just gonna plop it on. And like I said, for mask making, the goal is just to not really think about it too much. So there we go. Cute. Done. One done. Now this one, let's see. We could do a label. That kind of goes with the theme, right? I just feel like it needs some color. I do have this like measuring tape. That would be really fun. Just like put it across the bottom. Okay. Let's see, I'm just gonna eyeball cut it. Hope for the best here. Like that. And we'll just put that at the bottom. I think that's cute. Ooh, look at that side. Yeah, like that. Okay. We're just gonna put glue all over this and hope that it sticks. I'm gonna press it down here. All right. Okay, we'll let that one dry. So cute. Okay. Don't think I haven't forgot about the bird's nest. I have not. Okay. One of these has to be the bird's nest. Let's see. I'm gonna pick one. Kind of am feeling. Let's do this blue one. This will be the bird's nest. And I'm gonna show you all how to do that because I know you're just dying. I probably have enough to make two actually. So literally, and my hands are covered in glue, so this is gonna be hard. I've kind of already done it, but you just take some leftover thread and I just kind of make it into like a little messy nest like that. Okay. And I'm gonna take some glue and I think, should we put it in the middle? Let's put it in the middle. Why not? There we go. We're gonna just plop this down. Okay. There we go. Nice little messy nest. And it's okay if it's messy. So there we go. We have that. But the nest is empty and we definitely need, we don't want an empty nest. So we could put a few, oh, I just lost a bead, but we could put a few pearl beads. Not real pearl beads, don't do that. But, and for this, I am gonna use a little heavy duty glue. Again, my other glue, this glue is also low, so which is why I'm not using it today, but I do like the Fabri-Tac glue. Okay, beads are going everywhere. But this will work. Okay, we just gotta wait for it to come down. This is just like a little moment of sanity. Waiting for the glue. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little down all over my nest. And then we're gonna put our beads on. 1, 2, and I feel like 3 is a party, right? So we're gonna put 3 on here. Boop. Okay, and there you have it. You have a bird's nest. Isn't that so cute? Okay, so I'm gonna put this one off to the side. We've done those 3. Let's keep on rolling to the next one. So we have this one next. I think we could definitely use this. Doesn't that look cute? Here, and I'm gonna just, this glue's right here. Switching it up. Okay, and this is actually a label that I made. I stamped this on here and then I distressed the edges, and that's just on a piece of cardstock. So there you go. There's that one. Okay, the next one, let's do, what if we did maybe a little butterfly or something? Let's see what we have in here. Anything good? Maybe something kind of small. Again, Shayla, the goal is to not think about it too much. I like that. Okay, that could work. So we'll put this little butterfly sticker down. Okay. If I can get it open. I got it. Right, I got it. I will say the sticker is translucent and my fingers are now dirty. So my concern is if I get this backing off. Here it is. It won't be very translucent anymore. I don't know if you can see the little grunginess on it, but that's fine. We're just gonna go for it. I'm actually gonna put a little glue down since this is going on fabric. We're just gonna plop it down here. And there you go. You can't even see my grubby fingers. And it looks cute. Okay. Next one is gonna be this pink one, which I think maybe I have, look at this. It's a perfume. It's too big, but that would have been cute to use. What is this? Safety pins? Ooh, this is kind of fun because it's like a, you know, it's sewing themed, right? We'll leave that one out. I don't know. Might be too big. Maybe we can do, maybe we can double flower. Do a double flower. No, I don't love that. That's okay. We could do, this is like a cutesy little bird maybe. The bird is cute. How about we do a little bird? No, it'll go down here for sure. And I kind of like it white. I feel like it has a good pop, so I'll just leave it white. Okay. There she is. Look how cute she is. Okay. The next one, we have this one. Maybe we could do, let's do something different. I have this thing. Maybe we could put that. That's kind of cute. Just like right in the middle. Or maybe at the bottom. No, maybe at the top. I like it at the top. Okay, let's do that. Alright. My glue has a mind of its own. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. There we go. So cute. Okay. Next one is this one. And maybe, and see how I'm just like kind of like, okay, this works. Go for it. I'm doing that intentionally because if you've watched my videos, you know I take a second. So I'm trying to not do that. Let's do a little Timmy word right now. Why not? Okay, that's like the spell out your own words. I don't have that brain power. I'm looking for like the, just give me some words. Okay. How about be open to whatever comes next? I love that. And I am gonna put a little glue on here. Come on, glue. Can you hear it? Come on, glue. You can do it. Okay. I do like this glue. I just feel like it gets to a certain lowness and then it's like, I'll work whenever I want to work. Okay, and I just put that there. Look at how cute that one is. Okay. And then we have two more. I feel like these I want to do something fun with. Let's see. I'm going back to my butterflies here. There are some really pretty ones. I feel like I do have some like fun little ephemera pieces too. So we could possibly use something from here. Oh look, I have a little game card. That's kind of fun. What else do I have? Over here digging. Okay. I have these little die cuts. Ooh, I like the bee. This is a very Tim Holtz vibe. We'll do the bee for that one. Let's see if we can find a die cut for this one. I do also have one other thing, if I can reach over here. This is a little more of like a 3D element, but I have these like random little butterflies. Like, look at how cute that is. All right, we'll do that one. Okay, we have bees and butterflies. So let me, all right, glue, let me wipe you off somewhere. I call it my glue, it avalanches. And then it doesn't want to work. Okay, glue. There we go. Perfect. There's that cute little one. And then we have this one, which looks like I can peel this off. And I'm just going to glue it instead. Do that one like that. Perfect. So then from here, I could add more words to this. Really all sorts of things. You could add like a cool little thing at the top here. So yes, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was a short mask make turned into a long mask make. But thank you so much for following along. I hope you made something fun today, or at least got some ideas to make something fun. If you like this video, please give it a like so I know that you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe so you know my next video comes out. But with that, I will leave you guys to it. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember to always stay crafty. Bye.